What's up, my friends? Welcome back to our blind Let's Play The Witcher 2. We're here with Geralt. We also have Triss over here. We're about to go into this prison barge, talk to this Siren, whatever his name is, fellow. Triss did say he was something to do with Yorvith. I believe she said he's Yorvith's second-hand man or something like that, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and just get right to it. Though I am going to look at the quest here, because it doesn't look like anything updated that we already don't know. Go to the prison barge, follow Triss. So let's just get right to it, friends. Let's just start it up. Come on, Triss. So we don't... Okay, nothing new. Excuse me.
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Laredo's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but...
So get out of my way.
He won't tell you much. He's dying.
He heard he cut a deal with us? Okay. I don't know how Laredo kicking us out of his place and telling us we'll regret our decision of not helping him is cutting a deal with him, friends. Is that missed dialogue there or something?
Traps! Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll
Hey, what's up?
be vigilant.
I am vigilant, pal.
Welcome.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the ALCHEMY sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Calm the wounded elf with the ALCHEMY sign. Interesting. Ready, Triss? Oh yeah, this is cool. Like we're calming Roach from the books, friends.
It's no use.
You wish, Horson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
That gun? Where am I?
In Flotsam, on the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
How did Laredo's goons catch Yorvith's right-hand elf?
I was betrayed. How else?
You'd be dying in pain if it wasn't for us.
If it wasn't for the Dwan, I wouldn't be here.
There's a Witcher in Yorvith's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of Remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused, and there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit, thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Laredo's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
So we read in the codex, or what was it, the journal entry about, it said indirectly find Letho. I thought it was something. I had no idea what a Letho was. So this Letho is the Kingslayer, it seems. And I can't say that I'm not happy, because I actually am very happy that this Letho, or whoever this person is, betrayed the Scoia'tael, because that means the Scoia'tael is not really working with him then. So that makes it a bit more easier in liking the Scoia'tael.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
Well, easy enough.
Why does the Dwan want Yorvith dead?
He used us from the start. I hatred. But he no longer needs Yorvith. Sees him as a thorn in his side. I don't know what Letho wants.
What does Yorvith want? Why Flotsam?
Go plough yourself.
Only I can warn Yorvith? So our magic didn't seem to work on him before. So what makes us think it's gonna work now? So I don't really want to be angry with him. I don't want to be forceful. Let's see if we can do the persuasion.
Only I can warn Yorvith. Tell me.
We're fighting for much more, Witcher. Flotsam is only the beginning. We're no bandits, we fight for freedom. In due time, Yorvith will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, joining the battle.
What battle?
It wasn't specific.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself.
I'd like to see that.
We got what we came for.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynblade. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last. Fighting makes sense. Now more than ever before, there is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom. But you must warn Yorvith.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avallach, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And they made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
Geralt, are you all right?
I've been to the Isle of Avallach, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Ciri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
Holy moly, friends. We have a bunch of stuff that just transpired here. Literally, so much things have literally just been answered. So many questions has literally been answered by one freaking cutscene. And how cool is that? Hold on, let's get out of this conversation. We are going to talk about this shit. So she wants to go with us to restore our memory? Hell yeah, Triss, come on.
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
So we have this.
Look, Birdie's all wet.
Let's get out of here because these guys are going to keep
Birdie,
talking.
You get wet just looking at me.
Can we not?
Birdie, we'll be down to see you right after our watch.
Can we not take him? No, I guess we can't. Damn it. It'd be nice if we can help that guy. We're just going to leave him here to die? That's unfortunate. So, anyways, let's talk about this stuff. So we got this Kieran person. He's Yorvith's second-hand man, and it seems like Yorvith is not... It doesn't seem like he is his basic type of cookie-cutter, I'm gonna kill all Dwan type of leader here. He seems like he's fighting for more, almost what Yavin was fighting for. So I wonder if he's almost the same kind of person as how Yavin was. That would be mighty interesting, friends, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of happy that the Kingslayer broke off from the Scoia'tael here, so we could actively, makes it easier for me to actively go ahead and talk to this Yorvith and the Scoia'tael people, because I kind of didn't want to, knowing that they were in on this, and I had a feeling, I didn't know, but I just felt like the Kingslayer was going to be with the Scoia'tael the whole time. We're going to be fighting Scoia'tael, so it doesn't look like the Scoia'tael are even dealing with the Kingslayer at this point, so they're kind of on their own. And he said they're fighting for freedom. They're fighting for more than just this banditry stuff. And when he calls the battle horn, they'll jump into the fray of the war or whatever the hell that is. I have no idea, which is very interesting. And now we know the whole thing with the Wild Hunt. So it was not really a coincidence, friends. So the Wild Hunt is captured Yennefer. And let me just use my knowledge here, and I'm probably going to jump ahead by just saying this, speculating. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Maybe the Wild Hunt is capturing Yennefer to get to Ciri. That's the only thing I can think of, because in the books, the Wild Hunt really wanted... Their whole thing was getting Ciri here. That was their thing, you know? If I put it all together with the whole prophecy of the Ithilien thing, how he said the child will burst into flames, I think this Sparrowhawk, Eridan, whatever you want to call him, is trying to get with Ciri in a way, to have a kid or something. I think that's kind of what's going on here, because they said the child will not sprout, but it will sprout or burst into flames or something like that. So that could be very bad if the King of the Wild Hunt has that thing with Ciri, or is trying to do that with Ciri. That's just what I'm thinking, friends. I don't think that they want Yennefer for no other reason besides getting to Ciri. And now we know that Geralt was running from the Wild Hunt this whole time. So when he landed into Kaer Morhen, he literally probably... And now he lost his memory. The only thing I can think of, maybe the King of the Wild Hunt hit him with some kind of something. Some kind of spell, some kind of something that took his memory. If I just have any indication of my gut feelings here, and they're telling me that it's for the bigger picture here, and I don't know what the whole thing with Geralt losing his memory is. I feel like maybe the King of the Wild Hunt did something to us, because that's what he said. We were running from the Wild Hunt trying to find Yennefer, and that's crazy because the Wild Hunt has Yennefer now. And I don't know, friends, this is a lot of shit. Now we got this Rose of Remembrance thing with Triss here, and she says she can restore our memory. That should be pretty awesome. Let me just look at the journal here, because we have a lot of stuff going on. The intelligence proved true. However, Geralt was unable to speak to Kieran, where the elf was writhing in agony, dying before Triss could start healing. Geralt had to use the Axii sign to calm him. Following the conversation with Yorvith's man, the search for the Kingslayer gathered momentum. However, other matters of greater importance to Geralt could not wait. The Witcher had very serious conversation with Triss Merigold, the result of which he detailed in another thread, and only after he finished what he was asked. He did continue the investigation. So returning memories, we're going to do that. Or the Rose of Remembrance we're going to do, follow Triss. But returning memories, another vision came during an interrogation, but this time Yorvith's man was the one interrogated. The smell of apples brought a memory of the Isle of Avallac'h, a mysterious land where Geralt arrived after the events of Rivia. The Witcher once more lived through the wondrous experience of that place, but he was not to cherish them for long. Wonder turned into fury when Geralt saw a woman being kidnapped by the Wild Hunt. the abducted was very important to him. The Witcher realized that searching for her became the main goal in his life. Interrogating Kieran made Geralt feel strange. Perhaps it touched a nerve, and it certainly caused anxiety. The Witcher could almost hear the memories locked away in his mind, calling for freedom and battering at the door to keep them from him. Seeing the Witcher's behavior, Triss decided that there was no time to lose and asked Geralt to find a Rose of Remembrance. The power psychoactive agent could hasten the recovery of his memory. Geralt and Triss went off to search for the flower, or more precisely, Geralt followed the sorceress who knew how to reach the place where the roses apparently grew. So we have anything else here with characters? We got Kieran. Kieran had served in Yorvis' unit as the Elven commander's second hand. Captured and imprisoned on the prison barge by Laredo's men. His position was unequivocal, to say the least, yet he still demonstrated the pride and stubbornness so characteristic of an Enshe. Obviously. Kingslayer. The mysterious individual now had a name. It appeared that this Letho, what did he say his name was? Letho? Whoever he might be was playing his own game, one of which the Scoia'tael had become an impediment. Yet his ultimate objective remained a mystery to Geralt. Obviously, we still don't know what the hell this guy's motives were.
Boss, so what about that bonus?
He still obviously has that weird ass medallion around his neck, friends. I don't know what the hell that is. I can't tell.
I'm a witcher! Ha, yeah!
We got a following. I told you earlier that it kind of reminds me of like a snake. I don't know. Excuse me, Triss. After you. So now we're going to this thing with Trish here. How was that? Oh yeah. The Roses of Remembrance. And it can restore Geralt's memory. That's going to be cool. I don't know, friends. I speculate a lot. When I'm speculating about Ciri, Yennefer, and how Geralt lost his mind or something, it may be true. I mean, it could just be me just really reaching very far. Damn, Triss, you want to kill him? I don't think so, baby. I'll save you. Let me loot that guy. Come on, man. Oh, look at this one back here. Knock him the hell out. See ya. Hell yeah, Triss. Scream it up, girl. Look, Geralt has a mustache, friends. Look at him. Hell yeah. I don't know. It's all very interesting and intriguing. Like, I don't know, friends. I don't know what to think here. That's the best thing I can think is that, like, that's what the Wild Hunt wants. So the Wild Hunt is a bigger picture here. It's not just a small thing anymore. Speculation. The Wild Hunt is indeed here for a reason. And they took Yennefer for a reason. I wonder, though. Maybe they don't want... I mean, it might not be for Ciri. It might be for Ciri, though. Triss, will you get over here? Oh, we got people over here. Look at them. Look at them over there fighting. See ya. You guys have fun. I'm gonna go get my memory back here. Hell yeah, this is cool. I figured we'd get our memory back at some point, friends. So Triss is gonna cast some kind of spell. I love that she was like immediately wanting to help us to recover our memory, even though it could hurt her indirectly. Geralt with his memory back could make us like remember, I mean, obviously we are going to remember Yennefer and Ciri, but she could lose us as a lover, helping us get our memory back, but she doesn't care. She's helping us still, and I really respect that Triss is doing that. Hey, man. You mind? See ya. Get on out of here. Let's go into about the Wild Hunt here a little bit from the book. The Wild Hunt ultimately wanted... Long story short, I can't remember the names and the full motives behind it because it's been over a year since I read them. I mean, I know the main thing with it. The Wild Hunt wanted Ciri to open... Like, the NL Elves, their world was dying, friends. they were using like unicorn blood to travel between worlds and such. But it was all dying off, their world was dying off, and what they wanted to do was bring their world here, technically. And they wanted to have Ciri have a child with their king. And until I guess the baby would be more pure or something, I don't know. But they wanted to basically teleport their world here and take over our world. They wanted to use her power to open the gate of the worlds so they can teleport freely. And that's like the whole thing behind it. Their world was dying for some reason. I can't really remember why their world was actually dying.
I think we've arrived. The cascade, the menhir. We need to take the path leading upwards.
Gardens in the middle of forests? Those elves really like to complicate things.
Stop whining. It's not far now.
Hell yeah, Triss. I'm not whining, girl. Take the path leading upward to the ruins. But that's just what I think is going on here. I think they're literally leaving off from how the books ended a little bit, you know, into the game here. I believe that's what's going on, friends. I believe their purpose is still the same. I could be wrong. Come on, man. I'm trying to get my freaking memory back here, and you guys are over here pestering me like gnats. I had enough of you. Little scumbag. Look at him. Can we get this one? Oh, I guess we already got it. I don't know. It's all very intriguing. I love it. I love that it's making me speculate like this.
Cedric told me a beautiful legend about this place.
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially elven ones. The reality often leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, Cedric also said the site itself was something wonderful. The rose must be here somewhere.
I'll look around.
Alden and Cymoril. Cedric said Cymoril eclipsed even Francesca Findabair with her beauty, and Francesca's reputed to be the world's most beautiful woman.
Cedric drinks too much.
He really has visions, you know. He really has the gift. He could learn to control it if he drank less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions, and that's something I understand perfectly well.
Where the hell are we going? I didn't go here. And oh, this is where the statue is. You know, this is where I thought Melina was, but we were like over here, and I said, let's just go straight, and we ended up going here. So we'd never been up here. Cool. Thank you, Triss. Come on, girl. I don't know, friends. I just love speculating games that make you speculate. The story envelops you so much, and it's like so great of writing, and just the story itself is so great that it makes you speculate and just wonder. Your mind is just a maze of just what is going on here, and it's so fucking intriguing and awesome, and I love it. The story is top notch, friends. I'm loving it so far. If you can't tell how excited I am to just speculate over here.
Oh my, lovers. Look though, it's beautiful. I just don't understand it. How did the elves become so cruel? The one with the scar had so much hatred in him.
Places like this make you realize just how much they've lost. There used to be entire elven cities, and the forests were theirs to enjoy, not to hide in. Humans destroyed that, put them in reservations. Yorvith and his kind are taking revenge, though not all elves are like that.
Kieran said there's a lot more at stake.
He has his ideal, a certain vision of the world. But do you think there's room for humans in it?
We're practically one and the same.
Wrong, Triss. We've been learning from each other for generations, but we're different at base.
I don't know why I find that awfully sad.
Just like this garden. Beautiful and sad.
Hell yeah, friends. That was really cool. It's really cool to have Triss and Geralt on this mission. I love the banter going on here. I love how Geralt's learning her up on the world in his own philosophical way. You know Geralt. What's up, Triss?
I'm glad you're here.
You too. Look at these statues. Super cool. So it's two elven lovers. You do have to feel bad for the elves. Such a beautiful race. And then look what's going on with them here in the world of The Witcher, friends. Let me go ahead and just pluck that flower. I don't think the elves will care, huh?
Triss.
Slimeral's Rose of Remembrance. Legend has it they wilt unless nourished with blood, and also if they're sold. But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
Give it to Triss? I mean, we need it for our memory, but, I mean, we have to give it to her anyway, right? She said one of these petals could lift our, memory. But we do care for Triss, you know, in our own way. I'm becoming very fond of Triss, friends, and it's going to be such a hard decision if we had to pick between her and other people. Let's say, what's her name? That wonderful black-haired beauty, lilac and gooseberry lady. Can't remember her name. What's her name again? Oh yeah, Yennefer, friends. You imagine if we had to pick between these two? That would be just crazy. I don't even know how I feel about that right now, because Triss is like... I really freaking like her. She's awesome in the games. Here, Triss, have this flower. It's pretty.
This one's for you.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt, even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden. Must be defraying the treasury. What's a town chancellor do anyway?
They'd be ploughing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs, the heads, remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
Bad for a freak of nature!
Guess we're throwing down. Come here, sucker. Oh yeah, Triss, tell him to break off his own damn head, idiot. We're over here trying to destroy elven fucking statues. Such a beautiful statue to destroy, man. Come here, you fucking filthy human. Get out of here with that wimp stuff. It's not even hurting us. How do I block again? See ya. Oh yeah, Triss, get it, girl.
Watch out!
Incredible what the N-shape built before human ships ever appeared in the Pontar Delta. Elves possess a sensitivity humans can't ever hope to acquire. We're trapped.
Holy moly, friends. Look at this place. Can we go in? Hell yeah, Triss. Come on, let's get in. Wow, what a beautiful freaking sight, friends. Oh, we got a book on the wild hunt here. Hell yeah. Take all that. Wow, look at this place. Find the bathhouse exit. Triss, how can we get out of here? This looks like a... Can we knock the... Oh! Found something. I don't see anything down here, Triss. Is there no kind of exit? That was cool. Oh! Found some goods. Superb silver daggers and orange. Hell yeah. So this is not the way. Guess this ain't the way out.
Looks like we're stuck. Well, there must be another way out of here. Why are you looking at me that way? Do I have something on my face? What's going on in that head of yours, Witcher?
You could use a bath? Hell yeah, friends. This is what the hell I'm talking about right now, baby.
Oh, you know. Stuff. You could use a bath.
So could you.
Oh, hell yeah, friends. Close your freaking eyes. It's about to get steamy in here.
A witcher's blade. Letho comes here to think.
Well, he's not here now, so we've no reason to stay.
The Dwan stole the story of Eldon and Cymoril, but they now steal our roses of remembrance. A more silly and shallow tale I've never heard. An enchanted wood, a beautiful elven couple living within. A handsome human prince arrives, riding a milk-white stallion. Bloody Dwan. We Enshe remember how it was. Limitless devotion, passion, commitment, and sacrifice. Legend has it the lovers' sighs are enchanted within these very stones, though only those in love can hear them.
Singing bushes, jabbering stones, elven hogwash. Well, I'm buggered.
We should take walks more often. For a while there, I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days.
Mm-hmm.
What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh. And you expect me to drop everything and tell Roach, hey, it's been great, but I've got places to go and people to find?
You know, you could. I mean, you don't really owe him anything. I'm just afraid you'll get caught up in something and you won't be able to back out. Yorvith's a sly old elf. He's been fighting humans for a full century at least. This Letho is no common bandit either, and I shudder to think who put him on the warpath. It's a mire, Geralt, deep and hungry, and it could swallow you whole before you know it.
It possibly already has.
I want you to know that I'm prepared to travel to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that. I owe her that. I'm prepared to drop everything. The trappings of court life, politics, the regicides. I could even live at Kaer Morhen. It's up to you.
Triss.
Let me finish. I can only say this once. If you want to go alone, I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you otherwise.
Alright friends, let's go ahead and give The Witcher a standing ovation, hand claps. They officially have won the internet here, or gaming industry, for possibly the best love scene, sex scene in a game. That was super cool, man. I don't know what other games are doing, but they need to get the fuck on The Witcher's level with this type of stuff. That was so freaking, like, I was kind of at just a loss of words because of how cool that whole scene was, where, you know, magically taking their clothes off. That was freaking awesome, man. And then we have this, I don't even know how to explain it. It was vulgar and beautiful at the same time, if that even makes sense. Like, that was really well done, man. I want to give him a standing ovation for how just amazing that scene was and powerful. Now we got Triss over here, like, literally pouring her heart out to us here. And I can't say, like, that I don't like it, because I absolutely do. Like, she's showing so much emotions here, and she's literally want to go to the end of the earth, the end of the world, to find Yennefer with us, knowing damn right well what that could do to her, you know? I don't think Yennefer is going to take kind of her and us together. She probably will hate it. I can only imagine. But Triss is still willing to throw her neck out there to save her. I mean, they're good friends, you know? But I don't know, friends. Triss is indeed a big step up from the first game, too. She was really good in the first game, but now she is just a awesome, beautifully written character in this game, and I really like it. But this scene was just pretty awesome, man. Epic ass scene. And at the end of it, though, she did say we don't owe Roach anything. We can kind of just move on. To me, I feel like we owe Roach a lot. We owe him a lot. He got us out of prison. I don't see how we don't owe him anything. Because, I mean, maybe it's just an honor thing for myself. And the way this Geralt would feel that we still owe Roach a little bit. We can't just, like, tell him to fuck off. Find a Kingslayer on yourself, Roach. I want to move on, go our separate ways, obviously. But that's a very hard thing to want to do, because honor almost forbids us from doing it. Remember how honor forbade Arian from fleeing the castle? I'm feeling like the same thing here, kinda. I mean, I don't really want to lose Triss.
I can't know what the future holds. I don't know what else is hidden in my mind. But whatever it is, whatever happens, I don't want to lose you. I'd have to be an utter fool and complete ingrate to let you go.
That's kind. Thank you. Does that mean we're leaving the regicides to Roach and tending to our own matters?
You know, Triss, I would like to tell you yes, but I just can't, because I feel like, friends, if we go ahead and just leave Roach and tend to our own matters, I feel like none of this stuff will never be able to clear our name. She'll never be able to clear her name, so people will always come after Geralt. He'll never be able to do his own thing. I don't feel like he would walk away, our Geralt here, from this. I just really don't. I know I said I wanted to roleplay Geralt to where we definitely help our friends more than anything, obviously. But there's also a code we have with our Geralt here. And he just would not walk away from trying to clear his name. You really think he would? I mean, no, it just doesn't make any sense. I hate to say it, Triss, I'd love to go and just do our own thing, but I don't think we can.
I really would like to go, but I need to clear my name. Foltest's men and bounty hunters of all kinds would never let it go. We'd be fugitives, and that's not a life I'd want for me or for you. Besides, I'd feel as if I'd given up when there was still something to do. I'd feel like I fled, and as I see it, we haven't lost yet.
Whatever your decision, I want you to know you can count on me. I need a few days to prepare the spells.
I need to talk to Zoltan about Yorvith. It's not a closed conversation. We'll talk again, but only after I've settled things with the Kingslayer.
Awesome scene, friends. That was really cool. That was just... Vernon?
Geralt!
There you are. Is everything all right? This is nice. What a beautiful place.
Very.
How'd you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine. Now, let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
What's up, Roach? What the hell are you doing here? Motherfucker just found us. What's up, Triss? So she has literally nothing else? Damn it. Does this say anything else to see?
The massacre in Rivia. It came...
Anything else?
Death. Or a... Don't...
Nothing new.
How's it...
Splendid. Shorty is told... Night.
Glad...
I...
Who's... And here...
So it's all the same stuff. Where'd Roach go? What's up, Roach? Hold on. Let me read... Let's see. I want to read this Wild Hunt book here. According to the Nordlings, the Wild Hunt is a procession, or rather a cavalcade of skeletal horsemen. They rush across the sky on bony remains of steeds clad in rusty remnants of armor. They wear jagged swords at their waists like comets. The Wild Hunt is an omen of war, which has been confirmed beyond all doubt. The spectral cavalcade ventures out in search of victims every several years, but its harvest was never as rich as before the last war with Nilfgaard, when over 20 souls went missing in Novigrad alone after the hunt passed through. Curiously, Elven and Dwarven legends make not the slightest mention of the Wild Hunt. Wonder why. Maybe they don't believe in it? You have notes on a madman who claimed to have been abducted by the hunt? Hell yeah, Roach. What do you got doing with the Wild Hunt, friend?
I found a patient's chart in the ruins of the hospital.
You mean the burned-down insane asylum?
They committed him to the asylum because he'd insisted he'd been a prisoner of the Wild Hunt. He claimed he'd been in a world without humans, where he'd seen herds of unicorns. He managed to return to our world after a year, only to find his children had died of old age. Following this, Vernon, it means he'd been to a world where time flows a lot slower.
Interesting.
So long, Roach.
Is that it, Roach? What do you got going on, friend? Just chilling? He said, let's go. Talk to Zoltan about the Scoia'tael. Let's see here. We got a lot going on. We're going to have to do that next episode, probably, because it's a lot of stuff, and I don't want to break it up. Let's see. Geralt wanted to see the matter of the Kingslayer through to its end, a fact that Triss didn't like because she wanted to leave everything behind and go far, far away with her beloved. Despite that, the sorceress decided to aid our hero in all his designs. She started preparing an infusion from the Rose of Remembrance and sent the Witcher to Zoltan. You may recall the dwarf was in contact with the Scoia'tael and could bring Geralt to Yorvith. Well, that's obviously what we're going to do. We still have Melitele's heart here. I feel like we are coming to a head on this chapter here, friends. And we still got this. We haven't seen an Ericus yet. But I'm guessing there probably will be a point of no return. If anything else, we can always just buy it, you know. So, Triss Merigold decided to accelerate the process by which Geralt would recover his memory. She wanted to use magic and needed a Rose of Remembrance for her spells. Cool. Such an awesome fucking scene, friends. I know I just said it, but wow. The ruins atmosphere contributed to an intimate feeling both Geralt and Triss felt. Yet intruders disturbed it. A band of thugs stealing the last surviving statue appeared in the ruins. The outraged Triss provoked the plunderers and a fight ensued. Geralt had to defend both his life and that of the sorceress. As if the bandits were not enough, the ground beneath the Witcher and sorceress' feet caved in. The ceiling of the underground room, eroded by time, gave in, and our heroes landed within. It was a beautiful bathhouse, Elven built, of course. It was still supplied in water by a clean spring. However, Geralt was in no mood to admire the works of the ancient masters. The Witcher started looking for an exit. We didn't look for an exit, my friends. We looked for something else, if you know what I mean. So is that it? Locations, ruin Elven baths. The inhabitants of Flotsam and its surroundings described the nearby elven ruins as less than flattering terms. They mostly limited themselves to a heap of stones, my lord. Don't be going there alone, or a necker will catch ye, and other similar phrases. I learned more when I bought Cedric a drink, where bindweed and briar entwined splintered marble buildings of captivating beauty had once stood. Today only the ruins of the baths and elven statues remain, testifying to the past splendor of this place. Pretty awesome place. Anything else in here? We have Triss. So, we did read this. Let's read again. Nobody was surprised that Triss knew Sheila de Tanserville. A more attentive observer would certainly have noticed a chill in their greeting, as well as Triss' evident dislike of her elder colleague. The sorcerer's greatest desire was to be the one and only woman in Geralt's life, and to forget about all the troubles and dangers they had recently experienced. Geralt was close to agreeing to her proposal, yet he knew that it would be impossible to lead a quiet life until he would clear his name. His decision saddened Triss, but the sorceress understood. So what, we're not in a relationship now because I told her that? That's interesting. I guess let's just call it an open relationship then. That's the way I feel. What's going on here? He did say it's not a closed conversation though. But obvious. We're not going to live a quiet life with fucking what's going on here. It's just impossible. So we have, let's read these bombs. Let's at least read some of them. Perhaps the most insidious intention of Zerrikani alchemists, the reddest haze emitted by this bomb upon detonation causes hallucinations and aggression, leading creatures which inhale gas to fight each other. Rook is especially popular among witchers who believe that killing monsters quickly is their best defense. Potion increases muscle power and thus damage dealt to foes close combat. Unlike Thunderbolt, it has no side effects. Rook can alleviate the side effects of White Raffer's decoction, Gladwall, and Tiara. Potion is recommended for witches who prefer to use their swords in fights and employ signs sporadically. Rook is especially helpful against resilient and heavily armored opponents. So, Golden Oriole is one of the best Witcher potions, increases resistance to special attacks such as poisoning, incineration, bleeding. The brew also negates the side effects of Laplang and Brock potions, while producing no side effects of its own. Potion increases toxicity slightly when imbued. Golden Oriole is recommended before fighting monsters that employ special powerful attacks. It is effective against venomous and fire-breathing creatures, as well as those that cause bleeding. Petrie's Filter. This potion, created by a student of the famous mage of the First Conclave, is weaker than Stammelford's Filter. It has no side effect. Petrie's Filter increases the intensity of Witcher signs, the impact of Ard, the defense of Quen, the effectiveness of Erden, and so on. Potion increases toxicity very markedly when imbibed. It is recommended for witchers who rely heavily on magic, then on their swords, and before fights against monsters vulnerable to signs. Falca's Blood. Falca's Blood increases the maximum damage dealt with swords. It differs from Whirl in that luck determines whether a witcher using the oil will land a hard or light blow. This blade grease owes its name to King Verdek's daughter, a rebel known for her cruelty. Falca's Blood is especially effective against resilient and heavily armored opponents. I love that this is in this game, friends. I love that we can learn about freaking bombs, potions, oils, because now I'm just like, once it's in the head, it's in the head. You know what I mean? Like, I won't need to be like, well, what's this for? You know? What is this oil for? I can't, like, can I use this oil for this monster? Or can I use this bomb for this monster? Or this potion for this? Like, that's just so cool. Brown oil. Wounds caused by a blade covered with brown oil do not heal. The blade grease also augments hemorrhaging. Hit an opponent with a blade covering with brown oil, adopt a defensive stance, and stall for time. The adversary soon drops to the ground due to its loss of blood. This oil is effective against creatures resistant to bleeding. Cat potion, friends. Cat is one of the potions witchers use most often. After imbibing it, the witcher is able to see in total darkness and will avoid being surprised by any nocturnal creature. The potion allows its user to see both living creatures and those made of inanimate matter. Even through walls, Cat slightly disrupts perception, however, as a result of which its user deals less damage to monsters. The Rook potion can be used to alleviate this side effect. Cat potion is recommended before entering a cave or crypt before the midnight stroll through dangerous terrain. Sanum. A Zerrikani invention, Sanum found its way north thanks to merchants and was later adopted by the Witchers. The bomb stuns and immobilizes all creatures within range, rendering them defenseless against Witcher's Blade. This bomb is effective against creatures resistant to stunning. Symbolizing spring and rejuvenation, the swallow lent its name to the potion that accelerates the rate of which wounds scab over and heal. As a universal brew, it is good on many occasions and additionally produces no side effects. The Witcher can use Swallow Potion to balance out the undesirable effects of potions like Thunderbolt, Maribor Forest, Lapling, Tiara, Stammelforce, Filter. It is recommended before long fights. Slow but consistent vitality regeneration will provide a significant advantage over foes. Witchers, unsure of these dangers they might face in a given situation, consume this universal brew as a fail-safe. Dancing Star. Witchers rarely use fire in combat as it conjures up shadows that can be disorienting during a fight. However, when facing hordes of monsters, they often set aside finesse in favor of using weapons of mass destruction. The Dancing Star, a bomb that bursts flames, is one such weapon. The bomb is especially effective against creatures that attack in swarms and are vulnerable to fire. It can also be used to ignite the cloud of gas produced by Dragon's Dream Bomb. So we're going to need to make some of these. This seems super interesting. And Dragon's Dream. The members of the Zerrikanian religion select claim that Dragon's Dream bombs are filled with visions of all-consuming destructive fire. From whence the bomb's name, upon detonation, the bomb releases a cloud of gas that ignites violently when exposed to an open flame. Clouds from multiple Dragon Dreams can ignite one another in a chain reaction that incinerates creatures spread over a large area. So that's cool. We got Grape Shot. While Alfred Nable's most important invention failed to find broad application, we heard about this guy in the first game, remember? Alfred Nable? Eskel was telling us about he's like a gnome or something, I believe. It proved splendid as the basis for the Grape Shot bomb, a highly democratic explosive that wounds everyone within range, whether human or monster. The Grape Shot is effective against nearly all creatures except perhaps the most powerful. Mongoose. Provides protection against a Kayron's highly venomous mucus. This potion should be consumed before fighting a Kayron. Look at that poison resistance. Holy moly. And then we got Whirl. Whirl is highly universal oil applied to a blade, increases damage dealt to foes regardless of their type. Witchers, however, generally prefer to use blade coatings designed for specific opponents as they are more effective. Whirl is recommended for situations where the identity of the possible foe or foes is unknown. So if I don't know if a foe can be hurt by the specific oil, then I'll have to use Whirl. See, I've been using Falca's Blood because of that, because Falca's Blood gives us plus like 10% damage or something like that. Awesome. So what else is updated in the Wild Hunt? Stories of the Wild Hunt do not appear in Dwarven and Elven cultures. It is quite interesting, for the elder races must have faced the Wild Hunt before humans did, as it seems the dwarves ignore everything on mutual terms, while the elves are mysteriously silent on the subject. According to the Nordlings, the Wild Hunt is a procession, or rather a cavalcade of skeletal horsemen. They rush across the sky on the bony remains of steeds, clad in rusty remnants of armor. They wear jagged swords at their waist like comets. The Wild Hunt is an omen of war, which has been confirmed beyond all doubt. The spectral cavalcade ventures out in search of victims every several years, but its harvest was never as rich just before the war with Nilfgaard, when over 20 souls went missing in Novigrad alone after the Wild Hunt passed through. Curiously, even Dwarven and Elven legends make not the slightest mention of the Wild Hunt. So there's that. So Roach wanted us to follow him out of here. Does he have anything else? Like, he has nothing else. Did we just go out here then? I don't know. We'll save in here. We'll save in this Elven bathhouse, whatever the hell it is, with Roach and Triss. And when we come back, we'll head over to Zoltan and see if we can have him take us to Yorvith, which is going to be super cool, friends. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take it easy. Have a good one. Until next time, stay safe out there. See you next time.